Okay, YouTubers, and welcome back to Tony the Technician's channel. And today on Tool Haul Episode 3, we're going to be going over some of the items that were supposed to be in my previous Tool Haul episode, but I ended up uploading that episode 5 minutes before these parts got delivered by UPS. So this is a separate video. Won't be too long because it's not too many items, but I'm pretty happy that they arrived because I do need them for upcoming things. First up is just a gear wrench gasket scraper set, which you get a wide variety of different size scrapers. You have your extremely thin one here, then you have a little bit thicker, and then you have a longer wide scraper and your shorter wide scraper, and they are actually pretty damn sharp. I haven't used them yet, but I'm sure they will work great. This set only ran around $20 or $25, so it is really nice, and lifetime warranty, of course. So that was the first item. The next item is one that I've wanted to order for a while now. It's by OEM Tools. It's a cooling system funnel set. It's basically a spill-free funnel. When basically doing coolant flushes and stuff, say you don't flush the engine, but you flush the radiator, and basically when you're refilling a radiator, you want to have the engine on, so you fill it up so you know you have the correct amount of coolant in the system. But say you forgot to do the engine, and when that thermostat opens up and lets coolant flow, coolant's actually going to come out of the radiator. Now, by using this, you have different radiator cap adapters, which all have a hole in the top, where you got your different adapters for your funnel that you can set on these caps, and it locks in, and the coolant will fill the funnel up instead of filling the floor with coolant. And basically, it also works in many different ways. You have caps for many different radiators, and caps for surge tanks for radiators that don't actually have a cap on them. And so you get a wide variety, 5 different caps, and then different funnel attachments, and a couple hoses for the bleeder that goes to the handle. So let's say you're filling up a radiator, you're pouring coolant in, and you finally get the system full. Well, this way, instead of trying to stop before coolant overflows your radiator, the coolant can stop in here, and you can push this plunger down. It'll hold all the coolant that you accidentally overfilled in the funnel, and the only part will be from here down that will probably spill. You just use a rag and cover that up. But you could also use this hose that goes through the center, and you can actually suck the coolant out of this shaft, so you don't have the fluid or the coolant in here spill all over the place. So it's a pretty nice spill-free funnel. It runs also around $25. I've never had or seen one. I've used these a couple of times, but I've never seen one with this actual port up the plunger. I've never seen that before, so that's new to me. But overall, these funnels do a great job, especially if you do a lot of coolant flushes and stuff like that. And it's nice because it all stores inside the funnel, so you don't have to keep everything, spread out throughout your toolbox. You can just keep this all together inside the funnel. All right. So let's move on to the next big item, which you can obviously see right behind me. So as you know, I recently got my solid motor mounts in, which my next video for the Camaro will be installing these motor mounts. But after that, it will be a little bit bigger project, and that will be installing my new UMI Performance Tubular Adjustable Torque Arm and Transmission Cross Member with the drive shaft loop. This setup is good for stock rear end, the Moser, and a couple other rear ends, and the trans cross member is good for both the T5 transmission and 700 R4 transmissions. So it would have worked with either way, because it used to have a T5 in it and it's going to a 700 R4. So here is the transmission cross member. This is where the trans actually mounts to. This is where the new torque arm will mount to. Right here, you do have a grease fitting right here to grease your bushing. Then you have your drive shaft loop, just in case a U-joint breaks, it will catch the drive shaft. It's held in with 6 bolts. I believe the original trans cross member is held in by 2 bolts, but it does have fittings underneath the vehicle. This is completely bolt in, no modification necessary. So it is really nice, but the set does run a pretty penny. But I think it's worth it. It runs around $500. Here's the torque arm. And as you can see, it's adjustable back here, and everything bolts directly to the rear end. You can use the existing rear end bolts, or you can buy their kit separately. Then here is the part that goes up to the trans cross member and will actually bolt to it. So it's a lot stronger than the original torque arm that is on the Camaros, and should do a damn good job. Don't want to beat it up. So it does come in either red or black. I got it in red because basically all of my aftermarket suspension is going to be red, and I want to keep it all, basically the same. But that will be my next video as far as the Camaro build. But either way, I hope you guys enjoyed this quick video of these 3 items that I've received. And if you did, hit that thumbs up, leave a comment down below what you guys think of the items, and subscribe if you're not a subscriber. Thank you.